So as we know, in the adult stage, the thorax and the abdomen is divided by means of a muscular organ which is known as diaphragm. So next we are going to see how this diaphragm is formed. So to know the formation of diaphragm, one term you have to keep in mind, that is septum transversum. So what is septum transversum? So we know the intraembryonic coelom divides the whole of the lateral plate mesoderm into two layers, somatopleuric and splangopleuric. So majority of the places this splangopleuric inner and the somatopleuric outer are not in contact. Why? Because in between there is the coelom. But in a certain region, both this somatopleuric and splangopleuric mesoderm will be in close contact. In other words, in the embryo, cranial most part, there is an area where there is no extension of the intraembryonic coelom. So at this area, both the somatopleuric, the outer and the inner, the splangopleuric and the somatopleuric will be in close contact. And this thick mesodermal plate, which is initially in the cranial most part of the embryonic disc, is known as septum transversum. So septum transversum is a thick mesodermal plate where both the parietal and the visceral, the somatopleuric and splangopleuric mesoderm are in close contact, or in other words, the coelom is not extending into that part, and this part is known as the septum transversum. And once the folding of head is occurring, the septum transversum will also get folded and it will reach a position caudal to the pericardial cavity. So see, initially when the pear-shaped embryonic disc, here we can see the procaudal plate, and then at this area we have seen the pericardial cavity. Cranial to that we have seen the septum transversum. And once the folding of the embryo takes place, the head folding takes place, then the embryo's folding has occurred. Now this is the head region of the embryo. So now cranial most will be the procaudal plate, then comes the pericardial cavity, and after that the septum transversum will come. Or in other words, septum transversum contributes to a region between the pericardial cavity and down the abdomen. And we already know in the adult stage, the main muscular organ which divides the thoracic cavity and abdominal cavity is the diaphragm. So septum transversum contributes a major portion to the formation of diaphragm. So diaphragm is mainly formed from four components. One is septum transversum. Another one is the pleuroperitoneal membrane, which already we have discussed. So between the pleural cavity initially and the peritoneal cavity, a small connection was there, the pleuroperitoneal canal or opening, which is close by the pleuroperitoneal membrane. So the diaphragm also has got a contribution from the pleuroperitoneal membrane. The third contribution it is getting, it is from the lateral body wall. So diaphragm is a large muscular organ. It has got a central part and lateral part. So central part, mainly the contribution is from the septum transversum and pleuroperitoneal membrane. Again, little bit more laterally, it will get contribution from the lateral thoracic wall. Also, according to some authors, it will get contribution from the mesentery of the esophagus. So we know in the center from the foregut there is the esophagus. So this esophagus mesentery. What is mesentery? Everything we will study later. For time being, just remember diaphragm is also getting contribution from the mesentery of the esophagus. So the diaphragm, the main muscular organ which divides upper thoracic cavity, lower abdominal cavity, has got its developmental contribution from 4 sources. The main one, as you can see in this figure, it is the septum transversum, the formation which already we have discussed. Then it got its contribution from the pleuroperitoneal membrane. Then a little bit more laterally it is getting its contribution from the lateral body wall. Again little bit in the center it is getting its contribution from the mesentery of the esophagus. So this is how the whole of the diaphragm is formed.